The aim of Project Luangwa is to enable as many kids to be able to get to school as possible. And there's a lot of things that actually affect how many kids can get to school and the quality of schooling that they have. One of those things is the ability to actually have a school for them to go to have enough classrooms for them to go to, and that they have a low enough number of pupils in any given class. We've just recently built the 2 new classroom blocks at the Mfuwe Day School. That's a school which previously didn't have any sort of classrooms of its own, so we were quite happy to assist in being able to provide those new classrooms.
We're here at Mfuwe Day School, secondary school. It's a relatively new school that was created about 10 years ago, but a school that's been in the unfortunate position where it's had very little infrastructure of its own put into place. It's had to borrow school buildings from its next door neighbour. We've been fundraising to try and assist the school by putting in more infrastructure. And we've been fortunate enough that we've been able to build 2 1x3 classroom blocks, i.e. each 2 buildings that have 3 classrooms in each. And this is actually the second building that we're now just completing now. We have one other that's already been completed, which is just across the way, which is now being used and was used very recently for doing all their exams in.
When we look at constructing a new building, there's several things that we take into account. One of which is the fact that we have quite a strong environmental policy where we're trying to actually not cause more damage than we absolutely have to in terms of construction. So we made a policy decision some time ago now to manufacture our own concrete blocks on site.
This is where we're making the concrete blocks to use in 2 new dormitories that we're just about to start building. What they're actually doing here is, rather than using locally made burnt brick, which has to be fired using wood, and in this case it's hardwood that's used, and it uses an awful lot of hardwood, and deforestation is a problem here. So what we're doing is we're manufacturing concrete blocks on site, which is what these guys are doing for us now. It's basically all done by hand, as you can see. So they mix the concrete and then they pack it into molds, which then gets emptied out and laid down on the ground to dry and to cure. But we do have to keep it wet still so it doesn't crack. In order to be able to make this dormitory, we need to be able to make approximately 1,800 bricks for the foundations, and then a further 4,000 to be able to build the walls.
All of the funding for these new buildings comes through donors, and so far it's all been private donors. And we've always said that we guarantee 100% of their money goes to whatever project is that they've donated as a private donor. So when they've donated the money for the building of these new schools, 100% of that has gone to that school. We haven't taken it out for administration at all. Everyone that we employ is a Zambian. So we try to actually maximise the amount of money that is actually being returned to the local community. So it's not just the use of the school, but it's the employment of the local people as well, and the local tradesmen, and the benefit that that brings to the local community.
This is just completing now. We're just doing the final touches, putting in some doors. We've also got desks that are being manufactured at the moment for us, and they should be actually coming in tomorrow, because a school is no good without the desks and without anything in it. So we're having all the desks being delivered tomorrow. And then in a few weeks' time, the school will actually be able to start using its new classroom. Beni